What's up, people?
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new,
Subscribe.
like and subscribe. Comment below and be like, hey, I'm new with bracket. And we're gonna respond.
We changed up our background a little bit. Thought we'd switch it up a little bit. Get a little comfy. Oh, the doorbell.
But in today's video, we are going to do something I don't even know what we're gonna do. Courtney's explaining it because she's the one that
We're going to be answering questions stereotype questions that interracial couples always get asked.
Uh-oh, this should be good. So, yeah, I have no idea what questions there are or anything like that. She just said, Ethan, sit on the couch and I got a video. I'm like, okay.
Anyway, the first question is, how does your family feel about your partner's race?
I think they're okay. I think they're okay with it.
You think?
Yeah, they cool with it.
Yeah.
At first, my aunties and cousins were like, oh, why you didn't get a black girl? You don't want a black, But, after they met Courtney, this is before they met her, they just saw pictures and, once they met her, they're like, oh my gosh, we're so happy that you guys, she's like, you made the right choice. I'm like, I know, I just don't do this for my health.
Yeah, I think, we're really lucky and blessed in that way. Our families don't feel any type of way about that. And I also think a lot of our family members have interracial relationships.
Anyway, my family's very mixed.
Yeah. And you guys know, obviously, I'm mixed and my parents are, so that was never, my parents didn't care about that.
Yeah, and y'all saw the family road trip. Y'all go back a video. You guys can see like my nephews and all that. Yeah.
They're mixed, yeah. All right, next question is, for me, would be like, I'm dating a black man. Aren't I worried about and we can enter in whatever stereotype we want. Or if for you, you're dating an Asian woman, are you ever worried about whatever stereotypes there are about me?
No, because I feel like everybody's stereotypical in a way. Like, with black people, we know y'all, the stereotype is we like chicken. For Mexicans, they love burritos.
Well, I think it's even more, it could be even
Asians, rice,
on a deeper level than that though. Like for black men, people may ask me are you going to be running around doing things you shouldn't do? Like there's that stereotype about black men, or that you're athletic, or that you're...
What does that mean?
There's a stereotype that black men run around, cheat on, do things they shouldn't do in relationships.
Oh, so you're trying to say we Rolling Stones?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So
we are highly wanted.
Are we worried? Or even I would take it at even in a different way. The stereotype of, I don't even know if it's a stereotype because it is true. You getting pulled over by a cop.
Oh yeah.
And if I need to be worried about that kind of thing.
Yeah, that happens. It's definitely true. It happens.
But I would say
it's called DWB. Driving while driving.
But are we worried about stereotypes? No, because we do our best to not care what other people think, and
we cross those bridges when we have to.
Third question: wouldn't it be easier to just date your own race?
Yes and no, because the drawback with that is you date your own race and it doesn't work out. And if you date somebody else's race, it might not work out. So, yes, would the family want you to bring home the race that's similar to you? Yes. Even if I bring home a black girl, she can still rip apart the family because she could be an issue.
His family could not like her.
I'd say it's yes and no.
It's easy in the sense that you already have things in common. You're gonna understand things about each other right off the bat, right? If I dated a Japanese man, he's already gonna understand certain things about my Japanese culture. And same thing with him dating a black woman or being married to one or whatever. But that doesn't mean that it's going to be a successful relationship, a healthy one, or that our families will like that person. That's not a guaranteed thing. Okay, but think of the children. Aren't you worried they will be bullied? So our future children.
I'm gonna raise my kids to be savages. So they might be Afro samurai, but hey,
I think any parent worries to some extent about their kid being bullied, but I think more than that, I wouldn't really worry about my kid being bullied. And I know that this question's directed at them being bullied because they're going to be mixed. More than that, it's, to me, like, I think most parents also worry about this. Like, am I raising my child right? Am I raising them to do the right thing? And I know we've talked about how we're going to raise our kids till the cows come home. And we have talked about raising our children to be strong, standing up for what they believe in, standing up for what's right, and of course standing up for themselves. That's the most important thing, because I know we're going to teach our kids, you know, certain times you just, whatever they say, like, just forget it and walk away, you know, as dumb and cheesy as that may sound. But I also know, like, you know what, there comes a point where you push somebody too far, and I'm sorry, like, I know violence is not the answer, but
if somebody steps you,
if they're getting, they're constantly coming at you with the same crap that's not true, it's whatever, you're gonna get punched, you're gonna get slapped, you know, it is what it is. And sometimes that's what you gotta do to shut people up. And not that I'm gonna encourage our kids to fight, but, you know,
they try to step
sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do to stand up for yourself. And we're gonna raise our kids to be strong individuals, embrace who they are in every aspect of their life and as their individual self. So I would say no, we're not worried about it. I'm mixed, so.
Okay. Can I get a word in?
Excuse me.
Can I get a word in?
Oh my god. See, he doesn't like when I talk a lot, because normally he talks a lot.
Okay, I was bullied as a kid. I wouldn't say it was bad bullying,
you were
but
chunky?
no, just, it don't matter if you're black, Mexican, just people hating on you and, you know, stuff like that. So I wouldn't even say it was a bully. It's just kind of like growing up in middle school, elementary school. There's rivalries and stuff. So
like we're West Side.
You gotta, like I said, you gotta know when if somebody steps you to a point, you gotta be a man, and you might need to handle that. You know, just let it go. That only takes it so far. I have a different approach when it comes to that situation. But
well, I'm just saying sometimes it's not worth the waste of energy.
Yes.
You know, you have to pick and choose your battles.
Next question.
Okay. Do you only date Asian girls, and do I only date black guys?
No, I don't.
No. I mean, obviously now, yes.
I mean, she's one of them. I'm kidding. If she don't keep her stuff right, you know.
How about if you don't?
I'm just saying. She's always gonna be on the ropes until there's a ring on it, and then I'm saying, okay. No, I'm kidding.
You see what I did? Anyway, no, that's not been the case. We've both dated.
I like all races.
Multiple other races of people.
I like all ethnicities.
Obviously now, yes, we only date each other. But okay, next, I don't know, because one of his friends has said this recently, so it just cracked me up. But people have asked me this in the past, and I know he's had the same thing. People, our friends and stuff, asking us, can you help me find an Asian girlfriend, or can you help me find a black boyfriend, or a black guy to date or whatever. And I've definitely, especially in like later in high school and then in college, because I just, you know, that's who I knew, I don't know. And then when I dated him in high school, people were like, oh, does he have any cute black friends? And I'm like, why do they have to be black? Like, he has cute friends, but... And then he's dealt with the same thing.
Yeah, you know.
Because I'm Asian.
People think that you got the code.
Yeah. and that like all of my friends would be Asian girls and all of his friends would be black. Like they assume that too.
I mean, I feel like once people are around you long enough and they see the other side, they're like, you know what, I like that.
Yeah.
You know, or not that as in the race in particular, but I like
the relationship that comes with it.
You know what I'm saying? So they kind of start looking, their mind starts opening a little bit more when they were specifically on one thing. But yeah, I mean, if you got the sauce, you got the sauce.
It is kind of a compliment when you think about it, though. Yeah. So okay, next one is: didn't you get frustrated not being able to express yourself in your own language? I mean, I think this is more for people that, like, if I spoke Japanese and he didn't, which we don't have that issue. But I do think there's still, like, in ways, like, our communication for a long time was very different because of how we grew up. You know, my family, I grew up, we talked about everything, right? If there was like an argument or one of us was mad or whatever, we talked it out, figured it out, solved it. His family, it's kind of how my dad grew up.
We walk away.
They don't really talk about things, or they talk about
Shut it down, walk away.
Yeah, very briefly, and there's not a for sure solution and like, okay, it's over and done with. So for a long time we would butt heads communication wise because of that. You know, I would like have to force him almost to talk to me about things, because I don't like when things drag on for like a couple days, a week. Like, I'm like, no, can we just solve this here and now so we can move on with our life?
No.
And yeah, but
I'll solve it when I want
that's
to.
where, shut up. We had to, you know, work it out and compromise, you know, because of course I'm not trying to change him completely. You know, we're trying to grow together and be better as individuals and as a couple. And so sometimes I have to like pull in the reins on myself and be like, okay, he needs a day or two or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But
that's
anyway.
the one thing I do love about Courtney. She knows when let it simmer.
But that's, you learn that about your significant other over time, and something you have to talk about so that you know, like, I'm not mad at you to the point that I don't want to talk to you or be with you. I just need time to like cool down or like whatever, you know.
Those people that keep on going and going and going and going. You walk in the other room, you don't want to talk about it. They walk, they busting. No, I can't. No. No. I've seen that too much.
Ethan has PTSD. Okay. Do people stare at you when you go on dates?
Yep. All the time.
All the time.
It's annoying.
For good, it's good and bad. Mainly good reasons.
I feel like sometimes people are just shocked. They're like never seen that like that dynamic of a couple before.
Yeah.
And then the others, you know, you get the stares where it's like that. So you get both sides.
Yeah, we have, I would say, experienced more good than bad when it comes to that, for sure. It just also depends on where we are. I feel like we don't really deal with that out here in California, but
yes.
We have, but not that much.
Yes. I mean, especially if we go to like high-end places.
Yeah,
like I remember we went to.
But that's what I'm saying. It depends on where we are.
Yeah, I remember we went to Nobu's and stuff, and you know,
were
people
giving us
like
looks.
I walk in, they already look at me like,
why are you guys here?
You know, this, you know, is he able to afford this? You know, stuff like that. I'm just like, it's annoying, but. You know, once I pull out the car, they want to be like, oh, my man, sir, you know, you play basketball. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, they do always.
They automatically assume I'm a sports guy.
If we go to places like that,
you an athlete?
They immediately think he's an athlete, and I'm like, we do deal with that, but we don't, like I said before, we ignore it, you know, the bad. The good, of course, we are like thankful for, and we do get people that come up to us like, oh, you're such a beautiful couple, and people of all different kinds, you know.
And we've been in the game for a while, you know, so it's easy for us to kind of like brush it out.
Yes.
But for the new, if you're a new couple,
especially
you're gonna feel it. You guys gonna feel out of place sometimes, stuff like that.
Especially depending on where you live, and if you don't have a good support system that like embraces you and your significant other, it makes it even harder.
Yeah, your own family might be against you, and you know, you might have those cards to deal with, but for the most part, the longer you guys stay together, you guys will understand, like, okay, it gets kind of like water on a duck's back, or whatever that saying is, but.
Why do you always say those things and you don't know what they are?
It's water off a duck's back, you know, it just slips right off. But yeah, we hope y'all enjoyed the video.
Yes.
Like and subscribe to our channel.
Thanks so much for watching.
We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers, so we are putting in the work.
Yes.
Don't
forget to follow us on Instagram, and like he said, like and subscribe to this video because it helps us out. And we appreciate you guys a lot.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all. We'll be back with another video. Stay tuned. Yep. Follow us on Instagram. Like and subscribe. Comment below. Don't make me get pissed.
What were you gonna say?
No, I'm kidding. But like and subscribe.
We'll catch you guys next time.
See ya.